Today on Tourist Journeys, buckle up as we kick off our day, leaving the charming city of Bend in Central Oregon. Our destination? The mesmerizing Crater Lake National Park. We share our story of past visits and reminisce of our travels back here in 2019. Julie and I enjoy a quick bite to eat overlooking Crater Lake. We'll dive into what makes this place so special, sharing some historical gems along the way. After soaking in the wonders, our journey winds to the scenic Umpqua National Forest. Stay tuned as we take a refreshing break, plunging into the cool embrace of the North Umpqua River. Finally, we wrap our day in the welcoming town of Roseburg. So, join us on today's adventure here on Tourist Journeys.
Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning, and we stayed here with my aunt here in Redmond. So today we're going to be headed to Crater Lake, and we're going to be going to Roseburg on Highway 138 to the Umpqua Forest. So I got Julie up, so that's always a plus, and we're going to get on the road. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired. Julia. Do we have a Yulia update on anything?
Oh, we're just gonna go to Starbucks for breakfast because Chick-fil-A is not open on Sundays.
Right.
And I'm gonna be packing real quick and pretty much ready. Today's the early morning for us.
That's right. It was really warm in the trailer last night, like warm. But like in the desert, it cools off and then it gets
really
cold. So it's getting us up a little early. Sleeping outside or in a trailer.
So we stopped off here at Fred Meyer. Sorry, Julia, it's not DR Horton, but you still get your coffee.
I still got my phone.
So we're gonna have breakfast on the go, and I got the Impossible sausage. Julia got the bacon with cheese, basically. So it's brisk outside, it's nice and cool, and so far, still waking up.
Central Oregon has been a blast. Last time I cruised through here was probably in 2003. It's been a minute. I lived in Bend from 1997 to 1999, running a wireless cell phone business for about 3 years before heading back to school. Long ago, back in the 1980s, my niece Kelsey was born here in Bend, Oregon. Oregon has my heart. It's awesome that the vibe hasn't changed much. Being an Oregonian, you'd be surprised. Not everyone knows about Oregon, let alone how to pronounce it right. But hey, it's our little secret. Although, when folks do discover it, home prices tend to take a hike. We are now headed on South Highway 97 to the Highway 138 cutoff. Heads up, editing this video, I did leave a lot of scenery in this video. Julia's mom likes to see more of the scenery and finds it rather beautiful, while my dad says he doesn't like to watch our videos much because it's full of trees he's looked at all of his life. It's hard to please such a wide audience. Both Julia and I do hope you enjoy our videos and find them helpful and enjoyable to watch.
Julia. We have come someplace. That's not it. Over here. We are back at Crater Lake. Right there in front of you is Wizard Island. Right now you can see a boat out there. They are not, Julia, water skiing on Crater Lake. One of the first times we came to Crater Lake, I told Julia we're going to Crater Lake. She's like, should I bring my bathing suit? I was like, I don't think it's going to be that easy getting to the water.
But what you didn't let me open my eyes until I got to the top.
That's right. Right when you guys first come in, the road over there, that's typically the first lookout people kind of stop and look at, and the road comes around. The lodge is right over here still. This is just one other lookout. Watch clock tower, something like that. And so yeah, the first time we came here, I had Julia's eyes, brought her right up to the edge.
I was ready to push
and I'm
down.
like, open your eyes now. And what'd you see?
And I saw the Crater Lake, and the color of the water is just, now is because of the sun, it's not as blue as it was that time, but it was something magical.
Yeah, it's until you see it.
Dark blue.
Until you see it, you just don't really know what to expect. But obviously they call it Crater Lake. It's a crater. But this was actually not an asteroid that hit here. That's jargon. What happened was this was called Mount Mazama. And if you know anything about Klamath Lake, it's Mazama. They have like their mascot and all that kind of stuff. Is what they name Mount Mazama, I think. But what this was a huge volcano that erupted millions of years ago. Nope, didn't happen last week. And then the crater was formed from here, and it filled with water. Now they didn't know the depth of it until in the 90s or early 2000s. It is actually like the deepest part is 2,200 feet deep.
Wow.
And of course it has, kind of rolls along and varies depending on where you are. But my mom told me when I was younger, they didn't know it, but they did find out later on. And there's actually a helicopter that crashed into Crater Lake, went to the bottom. Of course, they never found it. I do think there is actually less water in Crater Lake than it used to be, because I don't remember this Wizard Island coming over so far. I do remember them, I don't know, I could be wrong, who knows. But you can go out to Wizard Island, from what I remember, and you can take a boat. So yeah, do you think we might take the boat today?
Maybe not today.
Well, we're going to drive around the rim, and I don't know how long it is. I've never driven the rim, but we have definitely enough time before we have to go to our next place. So we'll drive the entire rim, and then we will stop off at Diamond Lake. Diamond Lake caught on fire, and I get it burnt everything, including the lodge, a couple years back, so I do want to check that out before heading further on Highway 138 towards Roseburg. Wow. All right, Julia, let's show them some more rolls and go to the lodge, get a souvenir, and have lunch.
Oh, that would be perfect.
All right, good.
The stunning wonder that is Crater Lake, formed around 7,700 years ago after the collapse of Mount Mazama. It's the deepest lake in the United States, reaching almost 2,000 feet deep. You may have noticed the vibrant blue color. That's the result of this incredible clarity. You can see down about 120 feet. Now, what makes this place even more fascinating is that it has no rivers flowing in or out. It's like nature's self-contained masterpiece. And Wizard Island, right in the middle, is a volcanic cinder clone. The elevation from the surface of Crater Lake to the highest point of the rim varies depending on the specific location around the rim. On average, this elevation difference is about 1,000 feet. The surface of Crater Lake is an elevation about 6,178 feet above sea level, while the highest points of the rim are approximately 7,100 to 8,000 feet above sea level. From this viewpoint, Julie and I decide to make our way towards the lodge. Can't resist another look from the top of the rim. The view from up there is something else, and we're eager to soak it in from a different perspective.
We're at about 7,000 right now, so the top 5,000
Abby's Pizza at Crater Lake. No better life than that.
Yeah, much higher. Much higher.
We just arrived to the observation station here at Crater Lake. It's named after the park's first naturalist. This spot sits right on the rim, giving us a 360-degree view of the entire lake. After a quick lunch near the lodge and soaking in the breathtaking scenery, Julie and I felt the call to keep our adventure rolling along. Leaving the national park the way we came in, we are now headed back towards Highway 138. Our next stop, the Diamond Lake Lodge. We're curious to see the impact of the forest fires from years past. So, we hope you keep coming along our journey through the Umpqua National Forest. Rolling into Diamond Lake Lodge parking lot, we decided to keep the wheels turning without getting off the motorcycle. The rumors of the lodge demise due to fires had us curious, and there it stood, defying the whispers, a testament to its resilience. With that, we bid farewell and continue westward, journey on Highway 138. From here, Roseburg is about 80 miles away, or roughly 90 minutes.
Jesse.
So there's this river in Ukraine called Brzomy, something like that. And it has like natural healing properties and all these like things. And people go there and resort, drink the water so they can be healed. But we have the North Umpqua here in America. And I tell you, if you drink this water, everything goes away. So I make sure I drink as much as it when I come home, like right now. What'd you think?
Well, the river water was really nice and cool, like from the fridge. So now we're ready to do our final stretch, about 40 miles, I think,
Yeah, something like that.
to Roseburg.
We stopped off here at Susan Creek Falls. It's about 30 miles outside of Roseburg. It's the first time we put our swim trunks on and carry these beach towels all the way from Tampa. 10,000 miles now. So we're gonna use them. So we're gonna go down to the, take me to the river. And it's hot. If you go into Roseburg too early, it's just gonna be in the heat. Look at Julia. So might as well stop off here and enjoy the North Umpqua River. One thing I do notice is the trees have been scorched, and I don't recognize the road anymore. And I come across things, I'm like, that didn't look like that before. You can count the rings on those trees and see how old they are. All right. I hear other voices. Maybe other people here. Yeah, I hear them. Do you hear voices? You know what it is? It's birds. Okay, so sometimes this can be very slippery, these rocks. So you have to be
Extremely careful.
yes. As the sign says, use extreme caution. I think right here.
On the rock? Well, Jesse's going for it. Well, I will sunbathe. Maybe just put my feet for a moment. I need suntan. That's all I need.
Well, that's Susan Creek Falls. We were in the water. Once you're in it for a while, it's not that bad. Julia, did you ever get in?
I did. Well, with my feet, with my legs. But it was really nice to sunbathe and get the sunshine.
That's right. We have not seen the sun on our bodies because of the bike and everything else for a while. All right, so we're going to head in and get some lunch, see my father, and do some other things in the Berg.
As we roll into Roseburg, the excitement runs from my feet, through my arms, and down to my hands. Julia and I will spend 3 nights here in Roseburg, reconnecting with family and friends. The anticipation has been for thousands of miles now. On the next episode of Torres Journeys, where the Roseburg chapter closes and we do a U-turn and head back across Central Oregon and Eastern Oregon to Idaho, all in one day. This and much more, all on the next episode of Torres Journeys.